But uh, what was it like then when okay, because now you're part of Sony's machine, you're bringing out head over heels, it's coming out.
Yeah.
Are you guys now looking at Billboard, checking out the radio scanner? They telling you how many plays it's getting around the country, and are you into
Yep.
that, or you're like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
was
no, no, no.
how
They
was that?
definitely, that was amazing to see your name and the bullet going up. And it was so, we were like, we're in here. Like, we made it, like, for
Yeah.
real. Like, we were so excited. Like, I believe like, my mom has all the clippings, everything when it was at 100 to
Hmm.
when it got, it's like, it's like
So,
every
yeah.
week. And they're like, even the label at that time, they would keep us posted on everything because, like we said, we were the first. So everybody's excited. Like, it's coming out,
Yeah.
everything is going well. So everybody's excited. So they're letting us know every time something's happening. We were just like, wow, this is really happening. Like, it's really
Yeah.
happening. And we were excited.
Did Nas come in? Did he record some separately, and you only met him at the video shoot, or when did you was he
Yeah.
there?
We weren't in the studio with him when he recorded
Right.
his verse. We heard it afterwards, but then we finally did meet him when we actually got together to shoot the video.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
that, yeah, it was a long day, a long day. Like Aaliyah
Very
said,
long day.
stressful, because so much pressure on the task at hand, and it was just like, oh my God, like we're okay now.
Yeah.
We're here and we're shooting with Nas. Like this is insane. Then Q-Tip
Mm-hmm.
shows up to support, and
Oh, wow.
Trackmasters was there, and Bryce Wilson from Groove Theory. And
Yeah.
just like we said, to be these four little girls who just wanted to sing, and now we're here with people who are making the world go around with their music, and they're supporting us was a
Yeah.
lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Like I get
Mm-hmm.
emotional even thinking about it even now. Like still to this day, I think about every detail
Yeah.
of that day, from makeup to when hair was going wrong. Like the night before, we literally had to go get our hair done, and we hated the hair, and literally sat up all night to fix each other's hair. Then to
Wow.
not have to be with no sleep, and now we're here and we gotta look
Yeah.
pretty on camera. Like, are you kidding me? It was just
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, yeah,
And did
a
anyone
lot of
tell you that
memories.
did anyone tell you that you were paying for the video?
We learned.
We
We did
learned that.
learn.
That's a good one, Nambi, because we shorted.
And
We
catering.
learned about that recoupment
Oh
really
my Lord.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Expeditiously, that escalated
You're right.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh God.
who's it? Tony Terry I
That's funny.
interviewed, and he talked about
Uh,
they bought him some. They were buying him some gifts and taking him to
oh,
lunch, and he didn't realize
uh-huh.
that it was his money that the
Oh,
labels were taking off.
we got one better. It was they had Mariah and Tommy had, what was it, the Fresh Air Fund Foundation, and
The
they
fresh
used to
air
do
fun. Yeah.
this big like gala type of thing, like, and everybody would buy tables for thousands of dollars and all this stuff. And
Hmm.
we're there. They're like, "Oh, guys, you're gonna come to the." We're like, "Oh my God, we're going to the."
Oh,
We get
we
all
got
dressed up.
addresses.
We're sitting at the table, and come to find out, guess who paid for that table? That came out the budget. We were like,
Oh,
"Oh, we thought we were
goodness.
invited."
Yeah,
Okay,
but
sorry.
rest assured, the doggy bags went home for every bite,
Oh,
because we were like,
absolutely.
give Aaliyah
Absolutely.
got her gift bag. She was happy, so we were fine. We were fine.
Oh, goodness, yeah. Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh God,
Um,
that's hysterical.
yeah, I mean, but and that's the sad thing about that's why TLC got broke, because they didn't realize they're paying for the videos and getting on
Uh,
clothes and everything, and catering. But then,
yeah.
what did you guys expect was going to be a big single? Did you think when you finished the album, did you think, okay, which is going to be did you think Head Over Heels was going to be it, or what did you think?
Yeah, we thought all of our songs were gonna be like, we were
Yeah,
like, well, whichever one you pick is gonna go. Like, we really felt
yeah.
like we had songs, like we had
Hmm.
what it took to make a big album, and we really still to this day that album is amazing. And
Yeah,
if we could have gone through the whole thing properly without all the mess, and if everything would have just went the way it was supposed to, because what a lot of people forget, it's not like we didn't do well and then the label just went away. It was because of
right,
personal reasons, and we were in the middle of it. Our album was on the charts. All Cried Out was number 4. Like, it wasn't like it was like bad stuff going on. There was nothing going on. We're still promoting our first album. Things are still in the works. And because of whatever happened personally and whatever was going on that had nothing to do with us, everything just kind of fell apart. So we always kind of laugh when people try to like, yeah, it didn't do well. The label didn't do well. It was doing well. It's just something happened in the mix of it, and we were just caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
So, because when you came out with All Cried Out and it's moving up the charts, were you surprised how high it went? I mean, we're talking about Billboard 100, not just to talk about R&B charts.
Yeah.
Did that not take you guys by surprise that actually, wow, people across the board were listening to this?
Yeah. I mean, we knew the original, right? So we knew there was a Lisa record, and it was huge for Lisa and Cold Jam and Full Force. And knowing their catalog and knowing, the type of artists that they've worked with.
Was it Up Temple, the Lisa one? Or was it a slow?
But All Cried Out is her song. She's her original, her and Full Force, her featuring Full Force.
Okay.
Yeah. Lisa, the Cold Jam.
Again, pressure. There was a lot of pressure. But...
right, exactly. So like when we finally heard the final outcome of All Cried Out before we released it, we knew it was a big record for us. We just weren't expecting it. We weren't expecting it to do the good damage, we should say, as it did, because again, like Allure, that word pressure is just there. Pressure behind this was a hit before. What if we don't do well? What if we don't? What if? So we were very afraid of that. But when we started seeing how people were like receiving it and how it blew up after that, and every time I hear like Full Force, whenever they do interviews and they talk about, Lou and B and Paul, they talk about the record and they say like, it was a platinum selling record then, and 10 years later it's platinum again. That's a good feeling because when you remakes, we always say that every song is not remakeable. We don't feel that there's certain songs that just shouldn't be touched after the first time. Yeah. So us having that fear of what if we don't do right, you know what I mean? Was a thing for us. And when it did, it was just like, wow, man, like God really is a way maker. And throughout all the pressure and all the stress, it really, it worked out in our favor. It did. Even because it's a huge record, even now people still love it. And we're grateful for that.
We're still able to tour and travel and do shows.
Yeah.
Thank God. So, it's sort of big record. So most of us know that Mariah was married to Tommy Mottola, who was the head of Sony Music, and they things went south with them, and it didn't just affect. It affected a lot of artists. I even remember interviewing Rough Ends, and they spoke about how,
boys. Hey guys.
Hi brothers.
David and stuff. Yeah, David. He said the same thing. I mean, when Tony. Awesome. That breakup affected their push because he took the eye. He wasn't. He just dropped the ball on a lot of stuff. You signed to Mariah on her own label. Her and Tommy are breaking up. How do you guys feel the impact on that? Or are you just touring? You've got a top 10, top 5 song on Billboard 100. So you that's you guys deal with that. We're just gonna go out there singing, or what was it like?
Well, like you just said, Rough Ends. They were signed to us. They were signed to Sony. So if they're feeling the effects, imagine what we're feeling with Tommy and Mariah, and we're with Mariah. Like we're really feeling, because like we said, everything is still going. Everything is still going. We're really just getting started. Like everything is just getting started. We were touring. And only
we were in Japan.
We got a phone call, right? Wow. We got a phone call saying, "Hey, Mariah and Tommy are getting a divorce, and it's a little, messy. Don't talk about it." That's it. That's what we were told. So if somebody asks you in an interview, don't talk about it. And even then, we're like sad because we love Tommy, we love Mariah, so we know them together. So we're looking at it from that perspective. We're not even thinking career-wise what the hell's gonna happen. We're just thinking, oh man, okay. Well, we still got to promote. We still got to do what we have to do.
Right.
We came back from Japan. And the label was gone.
Everything was
Nobody
gone.
told us like, "Hey, it's over."
It looked like the building just went up.
Yeah, the same building where we would be running around and having a good time and making memories and all those things. It was gone. Pictures down, and we're like, nobody told us anything. So again, we're coming back thinking, well, we got work to do. We're gonna keep promoting the album. We're gonna keep doing what we have to do. Because
there was nothing to promote.
Like it's right. It was not like it was over. And
were you guys based in the Sony building in New York?
She actually had her own separate. It was
She had her own
another
separate building. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so it wasn't
another
in the
place.
Sony
Crave.
headquarters.
It wasn't in this. It wasn't too far, but it wasn't.
It wasn't
in
Right.
the Sony
So,
building.
but then
It was the actual Crave office. Yeah.
So
Right.
what's Tone and Poke say? Because they're the ones who signed you guys, so they should be looking at, okay, because they were, I think they were actually A&Rs for Columbia back in
They
But yeah.
became they became that, yeah.
while
Mhm.
while you guys were signed with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it should have been like, okay, well, that's one door shut. We're a better position.
Oh yeah, it was one door shut, and then they moved us to Columbia, and
And that's shattered.
right, like, okay.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. I begin to